doing a service to other people. And I know it's a bit much for one day, but I heard that the previous video didn't record properly because there are frequency music that I usually use in my sessions as well. But you can just look it up over the internet. And remember, the divine created sound. He created the world through a sound frequency. And so these sounds are also very healing, and it's very important to play that so that people will feel safe. It's just another way to enhance healing. And also, I speak of the divine, and you can say, okay, perfect love, source love. It's the idea that you are totally loved and that you are fully accepted, perfectly loved, that there's no accusing voice to blame you, and also that there are truths that will set you free. So when I speak about truths, then some people already block and they say, no, the truths that I heard before, it only injured me. So then they block themselves from hearing truths. But these truths is to validate and honor your voice and your feelings. So what I want to do now is to step back. Like we said, your spirit works with your intuition. So you, and also with your imagination, you can visualize what it felt like as a kid when you arrived on this planet. And your soul is your subconscious. So perhaps you just like, I never felt. Just give that feeling a voice. What did you never feel? Did you feel safe? Did you feel protected? Did you feel secure? And so you can tell me what you felt and what is coming up for you. Which feelings are you blocking? Did you feel celebrated? Did you feel like, wow, your personality, your qualities were needed, were celebrated, and it got you the desired results? Or did you feel the lack of it? Because your feelings will tell me where and what I need to work on. So let's say that you didn't feel perfectly loved. The first thing that you must do is just to feel those feelings, to say, oh, wow, I felt rejected. I didn't feel good enough. I always felt that I had to be perfect. I always felt like I had to perform, that I needed to be my best in order to be accepted. If you give voice to that feelings, then for the first time, those feelings are acknowledged. And when those feelings are respected, are honored, are validated, are acknowledged, and are heard, you say that your feelings mattered. And so, in that way, your value increases. If you block those emotions, if you don't give that a voice, you are diminishing your whole personality to function at a healthy, wholesome, shalom, nothing missing, nothing broken way. And that is why we have two sides in our brain. You've got the logical side and you've got the emotions. So a lot of people learned to block their emotions and they became so logical that they can't feel anymore because they were never safe to feel their emotions. And when you just love those emotions, even the bad, worst ones, the ones that made you feel like an absolute failure, when you acknowledge them and say, wow, that was how I felt. And then you ask, okay, was it true? Was I, were I rejected by others? And a lot of times, in your perception as a child, you were. So other people will tell you, no, I never rejected you. But they blamed you for every little thing. They didn't listen to your voice. So you see, as a child, in that way, you could never express your truths. You could never acknowledge your feelings. And in that way, you were rejected. So a lot of people deal with anxiety because they weren't safe to express. They weren't safe in their personhood, in their environment. They were physically abused. So there's a lot of trauma and anxiety stored in the body that hasn't been acknowledged, that hasn't been released. And that increases the anxiety. They are role playing, thinking. They stuck in that trauma that happened to them as a child. So the way to release it is to acknowledge, wow, okay, that's how I felt. And to feel that anxiety, that fear, to say, okay, I felt that, I hear the voice, I feel it in my body, I release it now, I'm safe, I'm here for me, others love me. And if you didn't feel that, then I am here to be at that other people that accept you fully, that perfectly loves, that fully accepts, no accusation, no blame, just free to relax and be safe and to acknowledge those feelings, those truths, those things that you went through. Because a lot of injustice happened to us as kids because our adult parents were trying their best. We don't want to blame and shame them, that's not the idea, but we just want to heal the feelings that we felt as children. And there are adults that weren't healed, and so they harmed us. So a lot of times, children are carrying the wounds of their parents. So you got an idea what your parents went through by the pain and that you are carrying the things like, am I good enough? This person is rejecting me. In relationships as well. When you don't feel acknowledged, loved, you'll seek it from others. You'll seek it and say they should, or you say, no, I am taking responsibility, but you didn't have the means to heal yourself. And so you just kept quiet, you just behaved. And so you want to step into your feelings and your logic as well. So you just want to acknowledge, wow, it's safe now to feel everything that I felt. Was I accepted for my gender? Were I accepted? And also for my personality, by my siblings, by others, because of my abilities, my capabilities, my competencies? Or did others say, no, you had to be like us? All of those things uh, formed beliefs in your mind that you weren't good enough. And now, by acknowledging that that is what you felt, and the truth was that you were always good enough, that you were created you for a certain reason, and that other people didn't behave perfectly. So to speak up your truth, if you were angry, to give that anger a voice by saying, what were they thinking? Abusing me verbally, physically, whatever. Give that anger a voice. Otherwise, it will show up in unhealthy ways. It can show up in depression, in sadness, in various ways. So give that a voice of, I hear you, I respect you, I acknowledge you. That way, you start to heal. You start to see things in perspective. And remember, everything is energy. So when you are feeling all the time loved, fully accepted, safe, secure in your personhood, in what value you bring to others, then it's like you are at a very high frequency. Your energy starts to heal your body. Your energy starts to heal society. And that is what we need today, I believe, most of all in society. So thank you so much for listening. I'm here to help. I'm here to support. Please understand as well that I can't help everyone freely, but I'm willing that you connect with me for a free half an hour session so that I can just direct you and understand some basics about you so that it's best for me if I work one-on-one with people to understand the whole man, woman in context. The background is very important as well. The family dynamics, all of those things. So thank you so much for listening. And like I say, you're welcome to book a half an hour. And you don't, if you want to remain anonymous, you're welcome to do that. We can connect via Zoom. You don't have to show up on video. You can just let me hear your voice and we can interact in that way. Whatever you prefer, I'm here to serve. And then I've also got a 30-day course that is audio and video where daily you heal and you'll see the rejuvenation that starts to happen in your body. As your soul heals, it is displayed in the body. You start to radiate because everything is energy. And thoughts, beliefs, wrong beliefs get stuck. It is displayed through your body and it affects you. And so that is my work. The more I rewire your brain for success, the more you'll see that display as you start to heal one part. Every part of you heal, and you can be of better service to others. And that means that your financial success begins to improve. Thank you so much for listening, and please let me know how I can be of service to you. Have a wonderful day.